Hello beautiful creatures, welcome back to Of Crafts and Creos. It is part 2 of our 2022 Halloween series. If you haven't already, go check out part 1 and my spooky little Halloween green face ghost. I'll put a little card on the screen. But we are up to episode 2, which means we're going to be creating the beautiful black cat Halloween costume in doll form today. So for my black cat, I'm starting off with a base of Claudina, just because it has ears and I don't have a werecat doll available to me at the moment in my stock box, so this is the next best thing. I am prepping the doll as usual using my acetone-based nail polish remover and pulling back all the hair and taking her back to factory basics so that I can start my character design. As a quick reminder, here is the concept art for this 3. I am going to be creating the black cat in a really traditional sense, having a little cat suit with some fluff and some little ears, and kind of being inspired by Cordelia Chase in season 2 of Buffy on the Halloween episode where she wears a cat suit. I'll put a little picture so you guys know what I'm talking about. But really simple outfit, really simple costume, so hopefully the execution can, inspire something out of such a simple Halloween traditional classic costume. As always, I'm taking my sharp-ended scissors to pull out those hair plugs and give myself a really simple starting point for this doll's hair reroot. I'm going to be doing a full reroot on this doll, just like my previous Halloween doll. I'm going to be using this beautiful textured hair that I got online. I no longer support the brand where I purchased this from, but you can get really similar hair from Custom Doll Hair AU over on Etsy. I went with this tight curl textured hair because I wanted to create some volume and shape within the silhouette of the doll. As the doll is going to be wearing a cat suit, it's going to be pretty fitted and streamlined, therefore the silhouette of the doll is going to be quite straightforward. By adding some big voluminous hair, I'm going to be able to create something different for the silhouette of the doll. With the hair complete, I'm going to wrap her up in a little hair burrito and I'm going to go ahead and start my doll's face up. Once again, I like to build up slowly with some pastels and then build in detail with colored pencil afterwards. Just like with my witch in the first episode of this trick-or-treat season, I am going to pull in more Gothic styling, more modern Gothic styling into the design here, as well as paying homage to that vintage Gothic aesthetic. Of course, this is a cat-inspired costume and character, so I am going to go for that kind of winged cat eyeliner and sharper angles within my face up. Of course, with this doll, as with the entire series, I am limiting myself to the color palette of orange, white, and black. This is just the classic vintage Halloween color wheel, and I think it really ties in all the characters together into the same universe. Because this doll is definitely wearing a costume, it is dressed up for Halloween, I am going to go ahead and add some face paint elements and create sort of a cat-like lip and cat-like whiskers on the doll's face. With the face up complete, I can go ahead and remove the paper bag from around her head and begin styling that beautiful hair. First off, I'm going to go ahead and reattach this doll head to its body. I am going to be really careful while jamming that on there as to not crack the Mr. Super Clear sealant or cause any damage to the face up. You can use a heat gun or a hairdryer to heat up the vinyl to make this easier for you if you are worried about hurting your face up. As for the style of this hairdo, I definitely want her to have a cute little curly fringe, and I am going to pull it back from the face so it's not too voluminous around the design so that you can still see the details that I want to put into the outfit and the character. Oh, I just think she's so cute. I love when the hairstyling is complete on a doll and you can really start to see the character come to life. So now with her hair completely styled in its cute little ponytail and cute little fringe, I get to move on to creating this doll's catsuit. As for fabric choice, this came into consideration between velvet and vinyl or fake leather. I really want to keep in that kind of childlike whimsy and wonder of this Halloween aesthetic, so I end up going with the velvet and some faux fur to create this catsuit. Creating a catsuit, especially out of a stretch fabric, is extremely easy. You literally just trace around the shape of the doll and there is your pattern. And then you just put a slit down the back so you can get your doll in and out of it. So I went ahead and did that and sewed this all up. You ideally want to use a zigzag stitch when sewing stretch fabrics so that there is no buckling on the fabric when it isn't fully stretched out. I may or may not have followed this rule myself, but I do recommend it to others. It is definitely a way to create a smoother seam, but on such a small, silly scale for this series, I didn't really mind if it was going to buckle just a little bit. Once the back was fixed to the front, it is time to put this little catsuit on my doll to see if it fits. Because it is a stretch fabric, there is a lot of forgiveness if it doesn't, but here is her cute little catsuit. It looks really cute as it is, but I definitely want to embellish it a little bit to add some oomph to the design. Due to the scale, faux fur would have been too bulky, so I am using a feather trim in the place of faux fur to create a furry neckline and cuffs. And sewing up the back, she is complete in her beautiful little catsuit. I think she looks so cute, and I think the added fluff around the neck and cuffs really adds to the design. Now I'm just going to go ahead and paint her little ears so it looks like she's wearing little cat ears to match her outfit. And while I was filming this section of the Halloween series, I got a really exciting package in the mail. I was meant to be doing Armageddon Expo this year, but it's cancelled in Auckland, unfortunately. But that doesn't mean I hadn't ordered stock, and here you get to see me discovering my washi tape for the first time. Oh my gosh! Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's so exciting! So hopefully that little real-time audio shows you guys how excited I am about these little washi tapes. They are available on Etsy now since I won't be at Armageddon, and I also took them with me to Wellington Zine Fest, and they will be at all my markets that are coming up through the coming months. Do check them out if you are a washi tape fanatic like I am. They're all illustrated by me and they're all a little witchy and magical. But yeah, I just wanted to share with you guys just how exciting it was for me to receive these. Alright, now back to the doll design. I'm going to go ahead and paint these shoes plain black, as in my concept art she is just wearing plain black Mary Janes. So I'm just going to take these and matte them black. And of course, no doll is complete without some glossing of her eyes and lips. I'm keeping this in line with where her face paint would be. And now the final step to complete her character is to present her tiny little trick-or-treating basket in the shape of a jack-o'-lantern. And here we have her. And this completes our second installment of our trick-or-treat season this year. I am so happy with how this little character turned out. She is quite a simple design, but it is quite a simple costume to go as a little black cat. So I'm really happy with how it reads in doll form. I really love how cute she is. I think she's so beautiful, and I love the pop of orange from her trick-or-treating carton against her black velvet outfit. Now let's see our current two together. I think they are so well fitted together. They're so beautiful, and I do think they read as if they're from the same universe. I can't wait to bring you episode 3 and our third and final installment of Trick or Treat this year. I think you're gonna really like her, hopefully. And hopefully you really liked this one. If you did, hit that like and subscribe. Leave a comment on what you're getting up to for Halloween. And as always, I'll see you back here so soon with more crafts and more curios.